Ah! Ah! Oh, hell yeah. Welcome to the podcast. Stop Crying Poser. Greatest podcast known to man as voted by every person in Brazil. We just won the award, Brazil's greatest podcast. Shout out to Kyle-san, Kickflip, Nose Blunt, Cam, 702, Dietrich, Generation L, The Real Griff, Kyle-san, iBook Boy, Chloroform, Fletcher, and of course, Day. It is going to be a short podcast today. I don't feel good. Things got out of hand yesterday in a good way and in a bad way. I started my stream a little bit early. I stream on Twitch. By the way, we do this podcast every single Friday, right around 3:30 p.m. Pacific time. It is 4:13, which means we are 43 minutes late. And let me explain why. Last night, I said, you know what? I'm going to stream a little bit. I stream on Twitch 5 days a week. I started a little bit early. I started around 6 p.m. and I streamed until about midnight, 6-hour stream, no big deal. And I drank a Budweiser, a Steve Weiser. And I said, oh man, that was a tasty treat. What a nice beverage. That is a tasty burger. And then I had another Budweiser. And I said, you know what? It's not enough. And then I got her pregnant. And then I had another Budweiser. I said, you know what? I could go for a Steel Reserve 211. So I went to the liquor store, and to my dismay, there were no Steel Reserves in the entire building. I said, hey, bro, fuck is up? He said, sorry, buddy. We are sold out. Sorry, buddy. I said, okay. Well, what is close to a Steel Reserve? And I said, what you're thinking. I said, a Mike's Harder Lemonade. And then I looked at the price tag next to the Mike's Harder Lemonade. These goddamn criminals, they were charging $3 per tall can of a Mike's Harder Lemonade. You have got to be insane. So I said, if we're going out, dude, I'm taking everybody with me. So I caved in. I got a lemonade Four Loko. Yeah, the Four Loko. What is it? 14% alcohol. I say, you know what? A couple of Steve Weisers in. Got myself the Four Loko. I say, you know what? This will have me just right. I'll be a little buzzed. I'll be a little drunk. We'll watch some skateboarding videos and some cooking videos and some guy camping. We're going to watch Luke from the Outdoor Boys just fucking hanging out, making some honey bread with some blueberries. And it'll be a nice, fun, romantic evening alone by myself. And then my phone went off, and it was Fitnoid and Scary Cheese. They said, hey, we're in your neighborhood. And we happen to have brought you 3 more Steel Reserves. And we're going to come hang out. I said, sure, come hang out. So they did. They came over. They hung out. They forced me against my will. They tied me up, and they poured the Steel Reserve into my mouth. And then I closed my mouth. And then they put the Steel Reserve into a syringe and injected it into my stomach. And then they drugged me and raped me. And then drugged me again. And then raped me again. In that order. And I said, damn it, this is bullshit. Bunch of little dick bitches. Anyways, it was a long night. Booted them out the house early in the morning. And went to sleep. Probably don't remember all the details. Played a couple of games of Clask. It's like air hockey, I guess. A Clask. And yeah, so today, I guess my point is, it's a long story. I was just trying to say I'm hungover today. More than I usually would be. Because of, you know what, it was a group effort. You know, a lot of people were against me yesterday. Myself was against me. The Steel Reserve was against me. The Four Loko was against me. Cheese and Fem were both against me. They violated me. And the stream was cool, I guess, man. The goddamn Four Loko. Speaking of that, man, She has all her streamer buddies in town. We went to Korean barbecue. What? We went to Korean barbecue. What? We went to Chinese buffet. And, bro, it is so good. They have so much food. So basically, they put a burner in the middle of your table, and you cook your own food. And they give you all different types of meat, all you can eat, unlimited food. Unlimited food. You just have to cook it yourself. And they have a time limit, though. You can only stay 90 minutes. So we started off with some brisket. Boom. Got the brisket. I got some sushi. I got some garlic tuna with rice. Got my soy sauce, my wasabi going. I had a tonkatsu bowl. Then I had a poke salad. And then I had another type of sushi roll, like a crunchy wrap. And then I had some brisket. Did I already say brisket? Then I had some squid. Then I had some octopus. Then I had some beef tongue. Then I had a New York steak. Then I had a ribeye. And then I had just more and more shit all over the place. Some chicken. I had a little ball, like a dumpling, gyoza. I ate so much shit. Then I had a Sapporo, a beer. Man, it was going good. I had some soju. It was wonderful. And the menu says, all you can eat $35. Well, somehow, due to math and tariffs and taxes and Elon Musk, it cost me $52. Still a fair price because I left there, I was full. Went from there, we went to this place called Red Dragon. Dragging these balls on your mom's face. We were trying to go to karaoke, but we couldn't find a karaoke place that was open at the time. So we ended up at this bar called Red Dragon. Going there, all the beer was free. Bartender was very nice. Ran into an old friend, the old bar manager from a bar I used to go to called Coopy's. Irish Mike. He goes, "Hey, how you doing? I haven't seen you in a while. How you doing? How's it going, man? I'm making food for airlines now. I'm making food for airlines. You fly up in that fucking plane. I'm the one cooking it. I'm the one cooking the food up in the air. You go up in the air, I make the food." I was like, sure, dude. I gambled $60, lost it, played some pool, played some darts. They had ping pong going. They had pachinko going. It was looking good. And then I said, you know what, guys? I'm going to have to get an Uber back to my house because I didn't drive. I'm going to get an Uber back. They said, oh, man, well, they didn't drink, so they can drive us. I said, well, my homies are at another bar. We could go to another bar, perhaps. Go over there, go to Mango's bar, walk in there, run into a couple people I haven't seen in a while. This fool Will, ran into him, ran into Elliot was up there, Red Mike was up there, met a bunch of random dudes I never met before. We played beer pong. First game on beer pong, boom, fucking killed it. Destroyed this other team. Flawless victory. It was 6-0. Boom, killed them. Then we play the new challengers. It was a dude and his chick. Random dude I'd never met. He's a nice guy, man. He's talking big shit. Beer pong is a great game to talk big ass shit. Without anybody getting mad, you know what I mean? Anyways, we have this rule called redemption. So if I make the last cup and now it's your turn to have redemption. Some people play, the losing team has to shoot until you miss. If you make all the cups, the game resumes. Some people play on redemption. So like basically I've already won the game. This is your last chance to redeem yourself. So we were playing, all they have to do is make one cup and then they redeem themselves. Bro, we beat them, they redeemed. We beat them again, they redeemed. We beat them again. We beat these folks 3 times, but they kept getting their redemption shot. So that means the game continues. And these fuckers, man, they hit redemption 3 fucking times. And then on the next shot, they made the last cup. I said, this is some bullshit. And we were on redemption, and we won it once. And then on the second redemption, we lost it, man. Nothing feels worse than losing at beer pong. It's a deep, emotional cut. I've never been stabbed in the stomach before, but I have lost beer pong. And I feel like it's basically getting stabbed without the hospital. I could feel my insides bleeding. And yeah, they destroyed us, played pool, got smoked in pool, gambled, got smoked in gambling. Bar tab was cool though. Free beer again. You know, I know a guy that knows a guy, got lucky. It was okay. You know, got to see some old friends, got back home. And then the next day, took it easy. And then the next day was Friday, man. Just Friday was real destructive. I told you guys that was, oh no, that was yesterday. Wait, it was 2 days in a row. So yeah, I've been drinking too much 2 days in a row. And now today, wouldn't you know it, it's my friend T, Big Heem, Mr. Thomas. It's his birthday. And bro, I'm barely clinging to life. But you know what? This fool went out of his way to live this long. So hell yeah, I'm gonna get drunk again tonight. He went out of his way to stay alive this long, to have another birthday. So I owe it to him to get drunk for no reason. So that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. That's the plan. I really want to go eat. I want to eat something fatty and nasty, a smash burger, a hamburger, or a pizza, something cheesy and greasy. My own asshole would do, but I'm not flexible enough. Yeah, Korean barbecue was great. Got drunk last weekend on Friday with my buddy Nick, and stayed up way too late. Got into one of those drunk arguments about politics and shit. And whatever the case is, they tell me, have you ever seen the movie Finch? It's Tom Hanks. I said, man, I think Tom Hanks is one of my top 5 favorite actors of all time. I think Tom Hanks is a great actor. And they start naming movies. I'm like, yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it. And then somebody says, have you seen Finch? I said, no, what is Finch? Sounds stupid. Turns out it's a shitty ass, horrible, dumb, stupid fucking movie about Tom Hanks being the last person on Earth, and he builds a robot to become his friend. Some bullshit like that. The whole movie doesn't make no goddamn sense. It's stupid. The robot is all quirky, like a Disney Channel character. I didn't know I wasn't supposed to do that. And then randomly the robot has super strength. That was never mentioned. He has to teach the robot how to walk, but the robot automatically knows English. There's a million breaks in the storyline that make no fucking sense. Also, the sun is deadly and he's only alive because he's a scientist, yet somehow there's another person that's alive that just lives in a mall that's not a fucking scientist, even though it's the harshest conditions in the world, the smartest guy in the world who has all this UV protection and all this special his special tank, and he's in a armored ass home, and that's the only reason he's alive. He can survive the storms, yet there's a random person who lives at the mall that they haven't died yet. He has access to unlimited medicine, and that's the only reason he's alive. Yet randomly, bad storytelling, randomly there's another person alive that lives in the mall that also has access to cars and gas and electricity. None of that makes any fucking sense. The robot's supposed to be the smartest fucking being in the world. Doesn't know anything. Stupidest fucking character in the whole fucking show. It doesn't make any sense. It's a horrible, stupid fucking movie. I will give you this though. I'll give you this. And I looked on Rotten Tomatoes because in the middle of me watching it, I said this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. I said I have to check Rotten Tomatoes. I have to check the movie review website because I can't be the only one that feels like this. I looked at it, horrible reviews. And most of the critics simply said, without Tom Hanks, this would never be a movie. There would be no reason to ever watch this movie, ever, without Tom Hanks. And that's what I say about Training Day. Training Day is the worst, dumbest fucking movie ever. Without Denzel, without Denzel, it's a shitty episode of Law and Order. Training Day, without Denzel, it might as well be a shitty episode of Law and Order. It's the worst, but Denzel carries it and makes it good. So yeah, dumbass movie about robots. Tom Hanks is the only reason it's a halfway watchable movie. And I say halfway watchable because I watched half and I turned it off. Stupid fucking movie. So listen, Stems. Don't ever recommend me a movie ever again. You're dead to me. Speaking of things that you should not fucking do to me, I've gone through this several times in the past. I have a lot of friends that don't skate. You know what I mean? You guys may think that because I do skateboarding YouTube that all I do is hang out with skaters. I actually fucking hate hanging out with skaters. I have very few skating friends. My friends are like, they understand skating. They know of it. You know, they know what a kickflip is. None of them ride a skateboard because that's for lame people. I do it because I have to. Anyways, this is a warning for everyone out there in the world. Do not ever send me a skateboarding meme. No one send me one. I've dedicated my entire life to this activity. Whatever you're gonna send me that you thought was funny or clever, I've already fucking seen it. Oftentimes, I created it. You motherfuckers will send jokes that I've already made. I made that joke 9 years ago. Someone stole my fucking joke, made it into a vertical meme, and then somebody will send it to me with some other guy repeating my joke, and they'll go, have you seen this? I'm like, I made this. Yeah, I have seen it. I thought of it. I wrote it down and I filmed it, and then somebody stole it 9 years later. Yes, I've seen it. Okay, here's the thing. You will never send me a skateboarding video that you found on TikTok that I haven't fucking seen 5 years ago or that I haven't seen 5,000 times. Also, it's always my friend, my acquaintances. I meet some guy at a bar 8 years ago. I vaguely mentioned that I skateboard, and now for the next 8 years, I'll never see that person ever again, but they will send me a skateboarding meme every 4 days. And they'll go, have you heard of this guy, Nigel Houston? And I'll go, no, tell me about him. No, I've never heard of him. No, yeah, who's that? Listen, yeah, you believe, like, you understand that I ride a skateboard. Thank you for being my beacon of knowledge into the sport. Like, thank you. Thank you, random guy at the bar. Thank you for introducing me to this breaking skateboarding news that happened years ago that I was there. I was in the audience. Fuck, getting so sick of that shit. Don't ever send me skateboarding shit. And I guess, listen, it's obvious when I explain it like this, it's obvious. But it would be like, who's like popular guy? Ric Flair, the world's most popular wrestler. Do you think I can send him a wrestling meme he hasn't fucking seen already? Also, keep this in mind. If hey, random guy that works at the bar who sent me, if you found this skateboarding video and I have 270,000 followers, it would be a safe guess that someone else also sent me this. It'd be a safer guess that 50 people have already sent this to me. And whatever. First, like, yeah, Ric Flair has seen every wrestling meme. I'm gonna send a funny basketball shot to Shaq. Something that happened in the NBA that was like national, like ESPN news. I'll be like, hey Shaq, have you heard about this? He'll go, oh yeah, I actually do a news show about basketball. Yeah, I reported on this 9 months ago. Thank you for sending me this meme though of this half court shot. But like, people online, stop doing it. I am so sick of this podcast right now. I'm yelling into this microphone, and the more I yell, the more I have a headache. Final topic. I've been rewatching Tiger King, and I want Carol Baskin to be investigated. I'm rewatching Tiger King. It's great. I watched the whole first season. I'm not going to watch the second season because it seems dumb. First season of Tiger King. If you have Netflix and you've never seen it and you like stupid redneck humor, you need to watch it. It's great. I am so excited. I'm so excited about the new season coming out soon of Love on the Spectrum. And every time I mention that to my friends, I cannot mention that to my friends while the camera's rolling because a lot of words get dropped that are frowned upon on the internet. But behind closed doors, when we be talking about it, it is a fun conversation. Love on the Spectrum. It's about a bunch of people with autism and Down syndrome going on dates together, trying to find love in the world. Couple of things. Feel good story, because if they can do it, find love in the world, then I can. Okay? If that fucking guy can get his dick wet, I have nothing to worry about. On my deathbed, I'll still be getting pussy. Because if that guy can do it, I can do it. It's motivating. It's motivating. And they're coming out with a new season, and I cannot wait. So if you've never heard of Love on the Spectrum, look it up. It's It's on Netflix, and go watch it. That's all I have to say to you guys today. I'm really hungover. I'm really tired, and nothing happened this week. Hopefully I made you guys laugh a little bit. Our podcast lasted all of 20 minutes. I try to make this podcast last for 40 to 45 minutes. It doesn't happen all the time. Sometimes we fail. Can I get a hell yeah from everybody in the chat? Oh, hell yeah. So I can shout you guys out. Also, extra special thank you to iBookBoy for donating $10,000 today. I very much appreciate you. You are the man. I appreciate everyone that subscribes and watches the streams and things like that. If you don't have any money to just give to me, then we're not friends. No, I'm kidding. If you don't have any money, what you can do to support the podcast is simply tell a friend about the podcast. Or if you have iTunes, go on iTunes and leave a review. Say, that guy Steve is so funny, he makes me laugh, LOL. Or whatever the fuck make it in your words. Make it in your words. Shout out to Cam702, Ron Stop, did you get fired? Day Day, Generation L, Dietrich, Fondle Player, iBookBoy, Fletcher, Captain Chloroform, iBookBoy. We do this podcast every single Friday, right around 3:30 p.m. Pacific time. I'm sorry this is a short podcast, twitch.tv/Ninja Lifestyle. You guys are the best, and I'm probably going to be judging YSL if you guys are skateboarders. I'm not supposed to tell anyone, but I don't give a fuck. My life is online. I'm telling everybody the tea. So I hope you guys all have a great weekend. My friends are going to hoist me onto a gurney and drive me around town, and we're going to celebrate one more trip around the sun for my friend T. Happy birthday, T. Hope you guys all have a great weekend. As I always say, don't drink too much and don't drink too little. And fuck Carol Baskin.